Hey guys, we're back again with another crew video for you guys. I'm in the studio. It's not in the studio, but that's what people say, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm in the studio.
I'm feeling that vibe.
Sounds right.
I feel like I'm in the studio.
I feel like I'm in BBC Radio 4.
BBC Radio 4. Here right now with Andrea. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good.
Amazing. And Jesse.
Yeah, really good. Thanks, Benito.
Amazing, man. That's a vibe. You're into fashion, right?
I work in fashion. I wouldn't say I'm into fashion, to be honest, but I work in fashion, yeah.
See, real people correct you on the spot. That's what she just did.
Come on.
That was good. Nothing to do with the conversation. Random question. But anyway, Jesse, what do you have for us today, my man?
Yes. We are going to play a quick game of overrated, underrated. You guys know how it works.
Yeah, we do.
I'm going to throw it at you.
Come
Overrated,
on. Let's
underrated. Star Wars.
Underrated. I just got into it.
Okay.
I just got into it last
No
week.
hesitation on that, straight off the bat. Cats.
Overrated.
Overrated. I don't like cats.
I agree with that. No discussion there. Soccer.
Properly.
First of all, football, mate. We're in the United Kingdom.
Soccer.
How can you say soccer?
Okay, I guess football is something else to me. Soccer is number 2 in my...
Underrated,
We're in
mate.
England.
Come on.
Football.
Okay, cool. Boris Johnson.
Yikes.
Touchy.
Pass.
You can say properly rated.
That's a safe answer.
I have to say
Properly
pass.
rated.
I don't think I have worse to say.
That's a very split.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
One more. Apple.
No, proper rated,
Sitting
man.
here with
Come
the
on, it's the
Samsung,
best.
so that's so great.
Come on.
I think it's properly rated though. I like Apple.
Well, guys, we're back again talking about the conversation of Jesus.
Yeah,
We all agree, hopefully, that he's the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
the greatest. Yeah.
He is the GO.A.T.
Yeah.
And today we're talking about this idea of commitment issues, right? We're talking about how can we be committed to the truth that is found in Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, just reading the newspapers last week, they were saying that this is the lost generation because jobs are getting lost at the moment, identity crisis,
Yeah.
studying from home, loneliness is just creeping up, anxiety is creeping up. So it's crazy how society can brand a whole generation and say that's the lost generation. And I think that's one example of many that we haven't got the time to get into today of why we need to seek truth, why we
Yeah.
need to understand, okay, truth is found in Jesus. Because if we don't see truth, we're just out here believing
Anything.
Whatever.
any
Everything.
influencer, everyone's got a
Yes.
platform, everyone's
Everyone has
vlogging
an
these
opinion,
days.
Yeah.
David Goggins.
Like, we need to, we have commitment issues. We have to be
Yes.
committed to the right message. There's so many messages out there, but just to throw it out there, what do you guys think about that? Just the idea of us being committed to finding truth,
Yeah, I think what you said about our generation and the generation after us as well. The thing about it is they are seeking something, but I don't think they're seeking truth. They're just seeking answers
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
everything, because we have a lot of questions and we have a lot of access to information and everyone wants to voice their opinions online. So people are just seeking all sorts of answers and then they accept whatever answer they want to accept.
Yeah.
So I think that's the difference between seeking truth and seeking an answer that answers your question in the time.
Yeah, what do you think about, people sharing their opinions online? What do you think about that?
I mean,
You think, are you for it? Are you against it? Let the whole world know. Pull it back,
Whatever. I don't engage with it because
Yeah.
ultimately, we're talking about Jesus, and Jesus, like it says in John, Jesus is grace and truth. So he is truth.
Yeah.
So it's like truth doesn't change. So when people air their opinion, it's like whatever. You're actually going to believe something else in a couple of months' time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not truth because truth doesn't change. So if you change your opinion, it wasn't truth.
Yeah.
exactly.
So what you believe now contradicts what you believe then as well because it's a different
Yeah.
truth. It's not truth.
Yeah, but then you're talking about the contradiction between truths, right? But Andrea, I get asked this question a lot. You have your truth, I have my truth. Like,
Yeah.
what do we, even in the church, sometimes we can hear that terminology, that
Yeah.
language.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? We're just sat here.
Yeah. Yeah, I just can't agree with that statement because if someone has their truth, I have my truth,
Yeah.
that's really contradicting. And that's more like I've got a truth that's convenient and that suits me and it suits my circumstances and the world around me. Whereas like in John 8:32, it says, then you will know the truth and the truth will set you free. It says that we need to know the truth. And like Jesse said, truth is something that is not changing. It's not something that we can just, this month, this is my truth. Next month, this is my
Oh,
truth.
man, that's real.
It doesn't change. It stays the same because truth is something that's absolute. It's true. So for us to actually know the real truth, we need to not be like, this is my truth. This is, something that I've just created for myself. And we need to go to the word and find what the real truth really
Yeah, I
is.
think I like that you said that we need to go to the word. I think we have to
Yeah.
be, part of us having trust issues with this area of truth is we're not committed to finding truth.
We're
not committed to, like, gone are the days of just old school, I'm just going to read my Bible, man.
Yeah.
Now it's like, let me slap a podcast on quick,
let's
highlight
listen to a
preachers,
sermon.
highlight.
What you saying, Joe Rogan?
Yo, if I can't repeat that in my Instagram caption, it doesn't work, you know? It's like, we have to go back to the old school, you know, and that leads me to you. Like, how do we, you know, when it comes to truth, how do we know the difference between God's truth, like, and the truth that is just society tells us, the truth that maybe people speak over us, but we know it's not true, you know? Like, how do we decide the difference between God's truth and the world's truth, society's truth?
Yeah, well, I mean,
I know it's ongoing. That's an ongoing one for me, if I'm honest, you know?
Yeah.
I think it's tough because we respect people. Like, I think that is really tough.
Yeah, respect is...
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, we also don't want any, like, love lost or bad blood and that kind of thing. And it's like, kind of like what we were talking about last week with sovereignty. It's just like, ultimately, when we start talking about truth, it reveals ultimately what we believe about Jesus. Because it's like, Jesus is... If we believe Jesus is truth, like, nothing anybody says can sway us ever.
Yeah.
And it's like, that is like bedrock, firm foundation, that pillar. It's like, I know that from my parents, like, that's what they grew up in the households. Like, no one could tell my dad otherwise. Like, he's seen it, you know, he shook hands and just said, I'll accept Jesus, like, on a handshake. And he's like, I'm doing this the rest of my life. So it's like, you know, if we get swayed by people's opinions, it's like, do we respect them more than Jesus? That's a big question.
Wow. That is a big question.
You know?
Mama was silent for that one right there, because that's real. One of my favorite people in the Bible is actually John the Baptist. I don't think he gets enough airplay.
Oh, man.
Come on.
Because the guy ate locusts and honey and a belt made of leather and sticks.
I love it, man. But the thing that encourages me about John the Baptist is he knew who he was and he knew who he wasn't, you know? Like, when people are saying, oh, are you the Messiah? He says, I am not the Messiah. I am the voice in the wilderness. It's like, that's not me. I am the voice in the wilderness. And I just, you know, for me, it's like I have to remind my soul every now and then who I am and who I'm not. And I think that's the constant battle that we have just in society, working, trying to figure it out, you know, finishing university, starting that grad job, in that long-term relationship, getting married, wherever you are in the stage of life, it's figuring out who am I and who does God say I am compared to, you know, who the world says I am. So I think we have to be committed to finding the truth.
Yeah.
Fake news doesn't sell.
No,
Fake
I mean, it does sell, though. People believe it. Fake news.
yeah,
Fake
for
news.
real.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Well, guys, keep the conversation happening in your crews this evening. There's a whole bunch of questions from the crew notes, and we're really committed to having honest conversations. Like, we're not here saying that we have all the answers. This is not questions and answers. This is more like questions and response. We're responding to our experiences from life and reading the Bible. We really believe that the best way for you guys to do that is in crews, man. So check out the link in the description, find a crew near you, hit up the QR code, and we're going to get in contact with you to find a crew next to you guys, and hope you enjoyed the conversation. Thanks, guys. Laters.